Hey BC, how you doing? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, doing this is kind of a response to a thread that I saw John at Metals and John at his channel Hard Rock and Metal Reviews doing this cool thread. I can't recall right now who started, but it was about showing bands that you think that end up in a high note. They, for any reason, they are not putting new music together. They split up. They broke up. They, or the artist is no longer with us. And the last studio things they did was really good and not a thing say, oh, they could have done a better a better thing when they decided to stop releasing music. So I have chosen a couple of things here and one honorable mention. Sorry, six CDs. You can do as how, how many you want, 5, 2, 3, 10, or whatever you decide of any type of music. Yeah, without further ado, I'm going to jump on this one. The first band is, fortunately, we lost this artist, I think around 2017, if I'm correct, or 2018. I'm not really sure. This is the last studio album they put together. It was a kind of surprise because in my according to my knowledge, they have been inactive for a long period. They kind of regroup in the mid 2000s with a completely new lineup. Of course, with the main guy on guitar and a new singer, a really cool guy by the name of Toby Jepson. I think you know him from Little Angels, and now I think he's doing a band called named Wayward Sons. And I'm talking about Fastway. This is the last studio album they put together, of course, with Fast Eddie Clark on guitar. This was recorded as a three-piece band. This is the last studio album. The name of the album is Eat Dog Eat. It's really good. If you completely lost track of Fastway after waiting for the Raw or sorry, or the Trick or Treat album, and didn't like the things they put after. I completely blanking out the original singer left the band and was replaced by a guy named Lee Hart. This is a really good return to form to the band. It's really good, and maybe you can track this album if you are a Fastway fan and you have no idea this was their last studio album. So here it goes, number one, Fastway and Eat Dog Eat. Next one, of course, we lost Lemmy in 2015, I think, or 2017. I don't recall exactly. Of course, they have been putting out many live things in the recent years. Almost every record store they are putting out some new material. But this is the last studio album. It's called Bad Magic. It's really good. A good. Well, you know, Motorhead. They don't change their sound very much. It's like the AC/DC band that plays rock and roll. Great stuff. You can tell Lemmy's voice was a little bit not as strong as we used to know him from years before. You can tell he was sick. He was struggling with some health issues. But this is a really great one. If you haven't heard this one and you want to remember Lemmy last year's putting out some good material, I highly recommend this one. Motorhead, Bad Magic. So there it goes. My second pick. My third one. We all were really shocked when we heard the passing of this one of the biggest guitar players of all time. This was the last studio album they put together, Van Halen, with a different kind of truth. It was a complete surprise seeing them back together with David Lee Roth. We all know David Lee Roth can sing the way he used to do it in the 80s. We all know these are some of these songs were resurrected from the vaults, were redone. They were, I think, 6 or 7 songs from this album were taken from demos from back in the day. And yes, it would be even cooler to see the band back together, also with Michael Anthony, because it was a huge part of the back of the sound of the vocals of the band they used to have. This is a really great album. Yeah, you can take or leave or take a tattoo. It was not the best song to open the album, but after all, overall, it's a really great album. It's a good way to remember Van Halen with the last studio album being as great as this one is. It's not Van Halen 1, it's not Van Halen 2, it's not Diver Down, but it's really good. And it's a good way to remember the great legacy of Eddie Van Halen and the rest of the guys. Next, one of the classic bands from the late 60s, early 70s that it would be intriguing to find out what will they be doing if they continue together. If of course we didn't lose Jim Morrison and being part of the infamous 27 Club that reunites some big names that we lost way too early. 27 years old. It's a stupid age to live this world and living a huge legacy in such a short time with us. This is the last studio album. Of course, we know they put out some other stuff without Jim Morrison, but it's not the same. This is the last studio album as the 4 guys were working, were rehearsing, were playing, were gigging, were playing live. This is the last studio album, not the things they put out without Jim Morrison, An American Prayer, and all that stuff. And also, it's not the thing when they reunited and with when Ian Astbury of the Cult. It was a good thing, but it was more of a tribute band. That it was not a bad idea, but we all will remember the Doors with Jim Morrison. Without them, it's not the same. And this is the last studio album, of course, LA Woman, a great record. Next, number 5, it's a band that, according to me, they have a almost perfect catalog, short and sweet. They only put 5 records, 5 studio albums, and then they disbanded. They hate each other. They created a lot of music, having friction between themselves. I don't know how they manage to gig, to play, to rehearse together, and without killing each other. Of course, The Police and their last studio album, Synchronicity. Big songs, catchy tunes, great chorus, great melodies. All 5 excellent musicians. Stuart Copeland, one of the best drummers in the world, with a very jazzy approach to the rhythm, to the way he plays, and that gave us a cool sound to the band. Of course, they added punk, pop, reggae, cool stuff. And this is the last studio album, Synchronicity. Great stuff by The Police. And finally, kind of an honorable mention is this band, one of my favorite bands from the 80s, hard rock music that came out from Los Angeles, California. Technically, they are not done, but the lead singer has said many times that he won't be putting out new material unless he got back with the original members that are still alive with us. That means 4/5 of the band, but fortunately the other key member, the guitar player, I don't know if he has retired. He's not wanting. He's not willing to make new music, or at least reunite with Stephen Pearcy, and do some new music. This is the last studio album. This is Infestation. This one was recorded with Warren DiMartino on guitar, Stephen Pearcy on lead vocals, and Bobby Blotzer on drums. 3/5 of the band in this incarnation Carlos Cavazo from Quiet Riot plays second guitar, and Robbie Crane played bass in replace of Juan Cruzier, the bass player. Um, in the last years, Juan Cruzier reunited with Stephen Pearcy. They were touring together as Rat. As we all know, Rat has many issues. They are like a soap opera of rock, with a couple of incarnations of the band having gigs together, playing gigs at the same time with the same name, with Bobby Blotzer having one band under his name. The other guys sue him. They win the sue on court. So they lots of issue, but they have not put anything new from after this one. So we don't know if they are going to put some new material together. At least that's what Stephen Pearcy is saying. I think he's about to release a couple of solo albums this year. Recently, he signed a record contract with a new record label, so he's at least busy doing that. So that seems to be almost like not the end of Rat, but at least as the way we used to know the band. So that's it. That's my entry to this thread. I will leave a link below to John's channel, and also to the original channel that created this thread. Hope you like it. Hope you can jump on this one and add your 2 cents to this cool thread. What I will listen in the background, it's one of the CDs that Kim at This Is Music sent me. It's DAD Soft Dogs, cool stuff from the Danish guys. So that's it. This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, saying goodbye. Till next time.